Okay, so I've got a couple of people already answering me. I have Ahmad Kamaldeen says data analysis. I have John says cybersecurity. I have Daniel Johnson say UI UX drone tech front end development. Oh, fantastic! Daniel Johnson, find a way. Reach out to Precious so that she can connect you to me. I might have a tax for you. Yeah, it depends on how good you are, anyway. So I think I have something, a project that is going on that might need somebody in that area. Digital marketing virtual assistant, that's for FM Gifts, the guy with the big smile. Then I have Adeola Prince, who is graphics design, video editing. Adeola Prince, where are you in Lagos? If you are in Lagos, I might also have something for you. Who else is here? I have Olusegun, photography, music, design, graphics design, social media management, teaching saxo. Wow, makeup praise, fantastic, tailoring, personal assistant. Is personal assistant is Q. All right, project management, web design. All right, while I'm going through all of this, we're going to be talking about how to make money with your skills, how to monetize your skills, how to build a very huge income from the skills you have. So it's going to be a very interesting session. I want it to be as interactive as possible. I did not prepare a note. I don't have a slide. So this is not a presentation. This is just conversation I want us to have. All right, graphics designer, photo editor, fine arts as well. Oh, fantastic. Front end. Oh, Kayode is also a front end. Oh, Divine is also front end. Oh, my goodness. Victor Deji. Yeah. Victory Deji. Yeah. That's graphics design, video editing, digital marketing. Oh, fantastic. Ibanjo, my guy. Hey, how do I pay Ibanjo? Ibanjo, please drop your account details. Maybe he's the one that won the gift. Maybe it's somebody else. If it's Ibanjo that won the gift, drop your account details. Let me just make your transfer right now. If not, if I finish this class now before you catch me again. All right. So there is something very beautiful about this class. It is the fact that okay, they have come with the account details. Ladies and gentlemen, the first step to being able to build income or a very good income is to have a skill. And almost everyone on this call have one skill or the other. So research has shown me that a higher percentage, about 87% of people who are very skilled are broke at the same time. It is a taboo actually to have skills and be broke. It is a taboo because based on fundamental law of wealth creation, money is an exchange of value. So once you have value, you exchange it, somebody else give you a promise of value, which is cash. All right. So when you have a skill, it means you can solve problems. The purpose of any skill is for problem solving. Write that down. The purpose of any skill is problem solving. Please, so this one that I'm talking and typing, I don't want to send 500k to this man. Okay, let me check it well. I made that mistake recently. I was going to send 25k to somebody, I sent 250. I also made another mistake. I wanted to send one of my video editors money. And then the last account details that I saw on my phone on our chats was the Uber guy that he took to my house when he came to drop some camera. So I now copied the Uber guy's number and I forwarded money to the Uber guy. That's hundreds of thousands of naira. And it was Christmas Day. So the Uber guy, obviously, when he sees the alert, will be like, oh, God of Oyedepo. I said, before you finish that God of Oyedepo, use God of Adeboye to send the money back. Banjo, once you see your alert, so yeah, do testimony in the house and try. Some of your guys, pay tithes to them. So you can invite them when you're going for your you are going for your suya. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is a taboo to be skilled and be broke at the same time. Unfortunately, that is the reality of a lot of people. I've been there many times in the past. Some years ago, a friend of mine who is based in the US said something to me that changed my life that year. And I ended up making just a little bit over $1 million that year. So I had called her about 2 times and said, babe, I'm broke. Oh, come on, loan me money. I need money. You have 2 million that you're not using. Can you send it to me? You have. So I think once she was able to send me the money I needed. The second time, she now said, we need to see Sam. I said, oh, really? You have seen a lot. It sounds like that Korede Bello song. So he said, let us see. So I said, okay, let's see. So we met. And she said a lot of things and said, Sam, please listen to this. Oh. He said, you know too much to be broke. He said, you know too much to be broke. You know too much to be broke. So what she meant, which I believe you all understand because it's direct, is the knowledge that I've amassed, what I know. Anyone who knows those things, I just saw mosquito now. Welcome to Lagos. Anyone who knows those things should not be broke. So I understood it in a way that the money that I'm looking for, what I really need money for, I have what it takes to generate the money. So I started to look inward. It's like there's a point you get to in your life that you just get angry with your unpleasant situation. Because as long as you are enjoying that unpleasant situation, it's always going to remain. So I sat myself down and then I spoke to myself. And then I started to write. What are the things I can do? Who can I do it for? Do I have product? How many people know about my product on a daily basis? What can I do to change that number? What are the things that I'm doing that are wasting my time? Do I have lack of focus? Am I trying to do multiple things at the same time and not getting anything right? What is that one thing that I can focus on in the next 6 months? I'm putting all my resources, all my attention, and set daily target of the number of people that needs to see what I can do. By the time I was done with this, about 10 months later, I had done over $1 million. This was years ago anyway. So why did I go into this story? It's a frustrating thing to have skills and still be broke. Now I understand that there are people who are young listening here. Being young is a great advantage. My second adopted daughter became a millionaire in Naira when she was 15. Is anyone that is 15 or below here? If you are 15 or below, type your age. 15 or below. Type your age. So, okay. There's a lash that is 15 or below. Okay. So it's like he's the only one because everybody's calling you out. So, majority of you are, oh, he's 14. Fantastic. Majority of you are above 15. So you are at least 16 and above. So she became a millionaire at that age. Precious is my first adopted daughter. She's married now. She's a little older now. I think she became a millionaire in dollars at age 20. These are two young ladies. You guys are guys. Maybe there's a lady or two here. I'm not sure, but became it wasn't even my contribution. Had absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that because they were young, they were able to do something big with their lives. They did not allow their age to slow them down. They did not allow their age to be a reason they wouldn't build something big. So, because you are young here, it's a huge advantage. And I want you to embrace that advantage. So let's get back to the sequence of what we are talking about. It's a frustrating thing to have skills and be broke. Therefore, it is important that people who have skills like you and I do something about it in order to build the kind of income that we want and be able to do very well. So, tonight, I will share stories with you. I will share a framework, a simple concept that you can adopt immediately, and you start to see a change in your finance. And when these things begin to happen, it will give you room and opportunity to do a whole lot of things that you've always wanted to do. Making money is like a game, and I'm glad I'm talking to young men, because you guys must have played some games like Mario, Sega. Oh, sorry, I'm too old. What's the game? Whatever you guys, PS5. Yeah, that's what you guys play this year. This. So we played Mario, Nintendo, and all of those old school games in the 80s. I used to be a very, very, very crazy Sega player. Like, those guys that will give you 30-0, 40-0. I used to be one of those guys. And we used to time ourselves to play Mario the entire game in a short period. Nasiru and Joseph, your mics are on. Kindly help us put them on mute. God bless you. Thank you as you do that. Okay. Yes, I used to be those kind of guys. I was a very good Game Boy. So, understanding the concept of game and using it in the school of money will help you do very well in making money. Thank you, Jesus. I just got a prophecy right now for somebody. Sorry, they didn't ask me to come and preach. What am I doing? Listen to me. You need to be willing to fail, because your massive success is tied to your love for failure. I just spoke prophetically. You are young. You're young. So there is one thing you should fall in love with is failure. Because failure in itself is not a bad thing. Failure in itself is a byproduct of innovation. There is no true innovation that is not built on the foundation of failures. So you cannot create a new life if you're not willing to fail in the process. So all of you must be willing to do things and do it anyhow and fail at it and love it. Hold that failure, improve, do it again, fail again, do it again, fail again. Be happy each time it doesn't work. Because you've just discovered one way it doesn't work. So improve again, do it again, over and over and over again. Because in the midst of those seemingly failures is the seed for that massive success that you're looking for. Okay? So you can't create anything new if you're not willing to fail. All right? So I have friends who one day called me, some of my friends from 20 years back. They were like, out of all of us, you're just unique. have the kind of courage you have to do the kind of things you do. You make a lot of money, you do all of these programs and businesses and stuff. It's like, okay. uh, how did you do it? I said, well, because I was willing to fail. I didn't mind if people laugh at me. I didn't mind if people say my stuffs are not, my stuffs are not. Okay, one moment. This is where. Andrew say, happy failing, everyone. Oh, amazing. Okay, sorry. I want to let go of all the distractions so that we can gist. Eh? All right. So I like the quote that you guys are giving me. Fantastic. All right. So what I want you to do is make this quote an habit. All right. You will need to try something every day, something new every day. All right. If there's something you know you want to do and you cannot do, you have to try to do it. And I'm going to get into a few practicals, but I just want to lay this foundation for you. Let me get back to my line of thought. So it is a frustrating thing to have skills and not have money. In order to convert your skills to money, there are a few steps you have to take. It's very important. But before I go into the steps you have to take, there is a mindset that I want all of you to have. And it is the perspective of the economy of 2025. You see, in every age or generation, as it were, there are different economies that rule that generation. And people who recognize the economy of the generation that they live in are the ones who make the most out of it. Most of your parents are going to tell you, you need to go to school. You need to go to school. You need to get a job. You need to, so that you can be able to take care of us or take care of yourself. That sounds like a good idea, but that is no longer the economy we live in. We are no longer in the job economy. Things have changed. Yes, there are still jobs. Yes, people should still go to school, get degree, get jobs. Yes, they still need to do all of these things. But less than 1% can build wealth through that route. That is no longer the way. All right. While it is still needed, people can still be a very comfortable middle class people by getting a job. But you can't, the kind of money that all of you want to make is not in jobs. Okay, it's not in school, degree and job. The kind of money you want to make is not also in skills, but skill is the foundation. All right, it's the beginning. So I'm going to show you a bit of stuff tonight. So the economy that runs the age you live in is very important. It's an important ingredient that you need to cook the soup of wealth. Let me use it like that so that all of you can get me. trying to get a hold of my assistant. He has not been picking his call. Because I need him to undo some things. So that's why I'm getting a little bit distracted. Don't worry, you. After this one, it's me and you tonight. Are you enjoying the class already, by the way? Give me a response in the chat. To cook soup, the Maggi that you need. All right, I like that. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys. So let's build. Let's build on this. So we are no longer in the industrial economy. We're no longer in the job economy. We have also moved away from the information economy. We are now in the attention economy. Okay? So, whatever you do, you will succeed massively at it if you can get attention. So, whatever finished product you need in this life, you need raw material to make it. Do you agree? So, wealth or money has a raw material. The raw material for wealth and money is attention. Somebody type attention. Let me prove it to you quickly. Last year, 2024, Meta, Facebook, made 100 billion US dollars from attention economy. All right. What do I mean by they made $100 billion from attention? It's because their platform, Facebook, Instagram, and whatever other platforms they have, do not charge their users, except when Elon Musk started to, allow people to charge. Started to charge, and then people could now begin to pay for. Mubarak Adeleke, your mic is on in case you do not know. All right, thank you for putting it off. Okay. So, where was I? So I was talking about Elon Musk charging on Twitter, and then others now start to charge for having verification badge and all of that. Before now, it's purely free for everybody. You join. Why? Because they want your attention, and they make a lot of money from your attention. Now, let me link two ages together. How many of you are familiar with big businesses like Peak Milk? How many of you are familiar with business like Dangote Group? You've seen some of their product before, the cement, the sugar. You're familiar with Maclean or Close-Up or Sensodyne or some of these toothpaste here. You're familiar with them. I'd already given you an instruction, so all of this, drop the old one, pick out the new ones. Just drop it. So everything you need to pick is there. Okay. Give me other products that you're familiar with that are old products. Give me in the chat. Okay, Jago Milk, MTN, fantastic. Calbegino, Bread, Unilever, fantastic. Let me. This is the stuff. So, thank you for that. Miss Bimbo, Omo, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Ipo, fantastic. Please, can anyone tell me how did any of these business become very big? Can anyone tell me that? Attention. Very smart. Good marketing. Fantastic. Fantastic. Adverts. Amazing. Adiola, you're killing it. I love that. I love that. There are a lot of advertisements running on TV then. Thank you, Joseph. Joseph, I almost give you gifts. One more. You're gonna get that. Fantastic. Wow, you guys are impressive. I love this. They made the audience realize the essence of the need of their product. How did they do that? Drawing attention to their consumer. How did they do that? Communication with customers. Fantastic. These guys, you guys are correct. Fantastic. They were on your billboards. They were on the newspapers. They were on the magazines. They were on radio. They were on TV. How many of you know this song? Mama do good, oh, it do good. Give us Indomie, Indomie, Indomie good. Well, you know it, I mean, oh, you guys are fabulous. So every day you get to hear Kanu Wanko doing, one day I know say you go destroy this village. I know it's a comedian that said that. One day I know say you go make us proud. You know, oh my goodness. You remember them. So these companies built whatever they had on the back of media. And media has another name called attention. So where people's attention were back in the days was on these media outlets. On TV, on radio, on billboard, on magazine, you know all of these old media, all right? But in 2000, from 98 to 2000, between 98 and 2000, something happened. A new generation was born. A new economy came up. It's called the internet economy. The internet became decentralized, which means it was available to consumer, to you and I, all right? Although not a lot of adoption, but then what they called the dot-com bubble happened in the US, which means there was this speculation that internet is going to take over the world. So any idea that has a .com, any business that had a .com behind its name, people were pouring a lot of money into it. And there was this man who, I think he used to be an accountant. He learned a little bit of computer skills, and then he called his friend and said to him, I want to sell books on the internet, and we're going to make a lot of money, and one day we'll be worth 100 billion. And they started laughing at him. The name of that guy was Jeffrey. You will know him as Jeff Bezos. The name of that company was renamed. It wasn't originally named Amazon, but was renamed Amazon. And today, Amazon is worth about 3 trillion US dollars. Bezos himself is worth about 200 and something billion, just because of an economy it took advantage of. It started with selling books. And that book, or those books that it was selling on the internet, moved into something and started adding more product. And today they practically sell almost anything. I used to live in Dubai. I technically shop for almost everything I need on Amazon. This mic, Amazon. This camera that is shooting, Amazon. What else? Most of my stuff back then is Amazon. Why? Because a young man took advantage of an economy and capitalized on it to build value around that economy. And that is what created and generated the huge thing that you today know as Amazon. Are you following me? So, the foundation on where you build wealth is recognizing the economy in which you function. So, I gave you the old businesses that all of us grew up knowing that are worth a lot of money today, built everything they did on media. All right? Now, media shifted since 1998, 1999, 2000 to the internet. And then In 2005, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, within those 4 year period, the age of social media came to be. YouTube was born, Facebook was born, you know, all of these platforms were born, and then they regenerate. Somebody even knew to go. They regenerated what we now know as media and transformed it into an online thing. How? They brought community spirits, social spirits to the internet. And that was at the time that they were moving from Web 2 to Web 3. No, from Web 1 to Web 2, sorry, as well, which means you can now interact with the internet. Before, we had Web 1. I don't think, well, there might be one or two people here who were part of Web 1. Do you know what Web 1 was? You just read. You cannot give anything to the internet. You just consume what it gives to you. It's an old text base, maybe one or two rough images, and then Web 2 gave birth to interaction. We have videos, we have all of those other things. And yes, you can walk in and do stuff, don't worry. So, I didn't even know you were trying to get my attention. Okay, so Web 2 gave rise to all of that. And of course, Web 3 is decentralization. Let's not get into all of that. But here is the key thing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I read only fast. You can't put anything into it. Now we can interact. Now you're watching me on your mobile phone, you can hear me in real time, and we are having conversation. All of these things are improvements that happened on the internet. Now, people who found the power of the internet and new media were able to build some incredible wealth around it. Now, the cool thing is a new economy has just begun. It started 5 years ago. As a matter of fact, it got redefined 3 years ago in 2022. In 2020, it was born. I'm talking about the attention economy. In 2022, it got redefined with OpenAI releasing ChatGPT, so which led to a decentralized AI age. Now, AI content has now changed the whole game. Excuse me. I'm going to tie all of these things together and give you assignment on things you need to go and begin to do to start making mad money. All right. So, please, are you understanding me? If you're getting me, type 111. I want to be sure that I'm not confusing you at all. So, in 2020, somebody like Kaby Lim or Lamy, whatever it's called, I call him Lim. You know that black boy from Senegal that was based in Italy that does, you all know him, yes? At a point, he charges $2 million to make a post. That's how big he became. He was a cleaner, an immigrant cleaner from Senegal in Italy as at 2020. But something happened in 2020 that turned him to a multi-millionaire. If he was a Nigerian, he's going to be billionaire. Okay. Okay. So, we had people like Kaby in 2020 who began to make content, and because of the lockdown, attention of majority of people moved to social media and people were able to consume his content, and that led to a new wave of people that grew. Do you know that it's not only Kaby that got a massive breakthrough because of the attention economy in 2020? Do you know that there are young boys and girls in Nigeria who are making or began to make thousands and tens of thousands, and even some of them hundreds of thousands of dollars every week from content creation? How many of you know that? Oh, the recent one, the Pella guy and the, you know those ones, TikTok. Incredible. Those ones are even loud. There are a lot of them that are not loud about it. But those people make thousands of dollars just because of this economy. So I'm trying to paint a picture to you. Now, if the business, now listen to this, I'm about to make a statement that's going to connect this. If the businesses of old made their money through attention on old media, people who want to make money in the new media, how are they going to do it? Talk to me. How are they going to do it? Attention on the new media. Now I want to ask you a question. This is the last day of January. How many of you here made 10 million naira in January? Type 222. How many of you here made 5 million in January? Type 222. Joshua said minus 222. Now I'm talking in real life. Be serious here, guys. How many of you, okay, let's take small amount. How many of you made 1 million naira in January? 222. If you made 1 million in January. Okay. Now, let me ask you this follow-up question. How many people know about your skill and what you can do and what you have done in January? Give me a number. Okay. Somebody can talk about 30 people. Some say maybe 200 people. Someone say maybe only one person. Give me a number. 50, 20, 10, probably 20, 2, 40, 200 plus people, 15. Only what you're what I'm giving numbers for. That's incredible. Thank you. Okay, we are good. Where is my stuff? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So, can anybody tell me why you didn't make 1 million above in January now? Anyone? Because I didn't utilize the power of the attention economy. Yes, but make it simpler. Not enough attention. Yes, I guess my audience. Yes, not enough attention to our service and product. Yes, I'm not putting myself out there. I didn't push my market. Not unique. Okay, I didn't give the audience the attention needed. I was scared of failure. Haven't seen the Get me? Do you get me? So as long as you are the only one and your family that know about what you can do, you will always lack money. All right. As long as it is just you and a few followers of yours on your WhatsApp, a few followers you have on Instagram that knows about what you can do, you will always lack money. I'm not here to teach you skills or tell you the power of skills. You guys are already trained. All right. The Stellar Academy has taken care of that, giving you the best gifts that anybody can give anyone in this life is skills. You have the skills, you have the training, you have everything. A lot of you are good at what you have been trained for. You can do massive things with it. But there's a problem. Up until now, I did not even know what you could do. You see, while you were typing your skills, I began to identify, oh, I need a service of this person, or I need the service of that person. And that is becoming something that might lead to business eventually when I see what you could do. And now I'm not going to be distracted again. I can focus on you guys. All right. So, what then should you do in order to be able to make a lot of money? I will talk about two things quickly. I think my time is fast spent. I'll talk about two things quickly and then give you a couple of assignments to go and do. And I hope this is really going to help you. Now, there are four ladders when it comes to income. The first ladder is job, job ladder. So you get a salary when you get a job. Some of you will need to get a job to start, not necessarily because you want to build an income from the job, but because you want to learn from the job. So you might need to get a job. The second ladder is skill. Now, the difference between skill and job is a skill person is able to work for more than one person and he earns directly, which means he is his own employer, but is you have zero leverage. If you are sick, you will not be able to work. All right, so that's a big deal. All right, so that is the second ladder. There's a third ladder. The third ladder is where leverage begins. All right, these are people who have other people do the task while they earn a big part of the income. All right. I used to teach people that if you want to really get rich, let's say you're a tailor, for example, as long as you're the one making the clothes, you are not going to be rich. So the only way to get rich is to train other people to be able to make the clothes the way you can make the clothes so that they do the work while you split the money with them. So you just control and coordinate everybody. All right, that's all you do, and then you get to make more money. So that is where business building comes up. So you're building a business not because you want to be the one carrying out the task in the business. You want to be in charge of people who carry out the task. So if you're a skilled person today, maybe you do UI UX design, you don't want to only be doing that. have to choose which one you want to play. But the ultimate is the one where you have a lot of leverage. So you're either having a lot of people working for you while you eat the big part of the money, or you have your money working for you while you just get returns from it. That is your destination. But of course, you can start. It's my daughter sending me message. Two of them sending me message at the same time. The one that just got married. Hey, message. You have replaced your dad with your husband. That's the way it's supposed to be. Go and enjoy your husband. Leave me alone. All right. So, so whatever you want to choose among these four ladder, you have to make sure you have a lot of leverage in order to be able to create it. All right. So that is the first thing that I want you to know. The second thing that I want you to know is from where you are, from the skills you have, the fastest way to be able to make money from it is to build a personal brand around it. What did I say? Comes to our mind. Do you understand that? Is that clear? Somebody give me your skill again. Give me your skill. One person, somebody. Video editor. Fantastic. Aruna Daniel, video editor. When I want to think about video editing, I want to remember Aruna Daniel. When I'm thinking about photography, I want to remember Oluwasegun Ali. When I'm thinking about graphic design, I want to remember Adedipopo Olujide. When I'm thinking about business automation, I want to remember Derinola Taiwo. When I'm thinking about buying real estate or investing more in real estate or doing something in real estate, I want to remember Bolaji. When I'm thinking about UI design, I want to remember Adeleke Mubarak. Do you understand me, guys? Do you get it so far? I'm not done, oh. That is just phase one. So my more importantly, what you can do for them. Do you hear me? So assignment number one. Tomorrow, 1st of February, you must not sleep until a minimum of 10 new people knows about you, what you can do, what you have done, and what you can do for them. Do you get me? Do you get me? How many numbers are you going to tell every day? At least 10. Yeah. I deliberately did not say 100 because I want to challenge you. Ladies and gentlemen, You can do 50, 100. Challenge yourself to do more every day. You have to talk to people. You have to talk to people. I'm not saying go and sell to them. I just say they just need to know who you are, what you do, what you have done, what you can do for them. That's all. I didn't say sell anything to them. Oh. I didn't say compel them to come. No, 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 no. Just let them know. That's your first assignment. People need to know about what you do. Now, there's a way to institutionalize this and make it simple. It's called content creation. So, all of you have to become a content creator. There is no two way about it. You have to become a content creator. The first thing you need to be able to do is, what is your end goal? What exactly do you want to get done? I want to do ABC for people with my skill. I charge 100,000 naira for each of my service. If I can get after you have identified them on paper, the next step is, what kind of information would they be interested in hearing that I can give and it will attract them? All right. And then it will attract them. Then the next step after that, you now ask yourself, what do I know in this field that I can share in form of a video content so that people can know the difference between me as an expert and somebody who knows nothing about this thing? So can I educate people about the skills that I have? Can I talk about things that relate to the skill that I have? Now, let me begin to give you examples so that you get it. There is a young man in Lagos who told me that he's a doctor. He used to work for 3 hospitals. And even though he worked for 3 hospitals as a doctor, which is what all doctors do, work for hospitals or work in an hospital or own an hospital, he was still broke. He was so broke that he wanted to buy a headphone and he could not afford. And he's an incredible guy. You know him as Aproko Doctor on Instagram, on Twitter, and everything. Yeah, he's Aproko Doctor I'm talking about. Yeah, he's the one. But Aproko Doctor was nothing until he started to do Emeka Nkechi and Pius. He was nothing. He was a broke doctor working in 3 hospitals until he started to do Emeka Nkechi and Pius. I'm sure some of you would have seen this guy. What does the law say? Aha. If you know him, what he used to look like, and him today, in the last 2 years, you must have seen the difference. The moment he started shouting, what does the law say? There's another gentleman, I like him so much back in the day, before he blew. He has now blew now. 2 years ago, my daughter was begging him to collect 10 million naira to do 1 minute video and post on his stories. They were begging to collect 10 million in 2022 was a lot of money. Oh. To just do like this and say, hi, guys, talk about their brand and put on his story, not even on post or something that will last for 24 hours, 10 million. This guy did not collect. He used to do any question for the day, eat me. Remember him? Today, boom, kaboom. Some of you know this pastor guy, CCI, Emmanuel Irene, or is he Irene? I don't know how to pronounce his name. COVID blew the guy. They started doing online stuff. Boom. Now they are everywhere. The same thing with Selman. The same thing with Jerry Eze. Fantastic people. Internet, content. That's all. Lai today from Oshogbo. Look at him everywhere. Now, you are not a skit maker. You might not be a pastor. I'm just giving you in whatever industry. Look at Fisayo, the turtleneck boy. Boom. Now the guy is landing plane in America. Content. 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 Why? Because we are in the attention economy. So, the money you are looking for is on the other side of the people who know about you. So, there are things you can teach people. So, if there's any assignment I'm going to give to you today, assignment number 2 is vice versa, and use one phone as mic, use the other phone as camera. Meet strangers on the street and ask them question about your field, random question. Let them mess it up. You edit the thing together, gbas, gbas, gbas. You can even form a team, a content team amongst yourself. You have video editor, you have graphic designer, you have different skills amongst yourself. I believe there's a community. Create something. Look for content formats that you can do. Go on the street, start posting it. You will have 2 views, no problem. Remember, don't be afraid to fail because your success is inside. Look, a lot of you are not doing content because the ones you posted, how many people like them? How many people commented? So they are laughing at me. Pella also started with nobody watching him. And today, he has undoubtedly the biggest influence in TikTok space when it comes to Africa or Nigeria. I used to remember his video when he used to pop up. I used to wear one Ankara, one lace. he, he used to look so funny to me. And the nonsense he used to say is always so funny to me. Because I go on TikTok, I just scroll and all. But because he was consistent and built it, it became great. And YouTube and Facebook. And you can be making between $10,000 to $100,000 every month. Not Nigerian TikTok, by the way. It has to be a UK or American TikTok. And you can actually open a UK or American TikTok from Nigeria. I have a course that is teaching people that. I really wish I could connect with my phone. I'll probably just show you how to do that. Or maybe I will find a way to create a tutorial on how to do it as a gift to all of you. We'll dash you. Or you can just go and research it. That is another thing you can do. You are young, you have the time. While you're doing every other thing, attention gives you money. If you know how to do it, people know your skills, they will give you money. I'm going to close with this story and I need you to listen to me very carefully. Practical. In 2019, my third business crashed. I became broke. I went from a billionaire to a brokeneer. I was so broke because I had lost all my businesses. The kind of stuff that happened to me in 2018 Oh, social media management, no problem. I have a boy who was my school son. He's been doing all this social media thing, digital marketing, they call it. So say yes, is that digital marketing that he needs? So I connected him to my boy, and my friend said he was hoping to pay maybe like 50. Oh my goodness, they said there's no sound on this. Do they have sound now? I hope they have sound. Sorry. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So, okay. Okay, so my friend wanted to pay 50,000 naira per month for this guy to do social media stuff for him. So I brokered the meeting. I was also at the meeting. They were talking their stuff. I was pressing phone. When they finished, my boy said he will go and work on a proposal for my friend and he will send to him so that they proceed from there. An hourly price. Like he's not charging him, he's heavily discounted. I said, how much? He said 1.5 million. I said, anyway. He said, yeah. If you can't charge you call. So I called the boy. Why would you do that? 1.5. So he said, he used to charge like 10 million, 5 million for this kind of job. That's the amount he would have charged me if it was me, his school father. I said, excuse me. What is that thing again you are doing? He said, digital marketing. I said, can you teach me? He said, he's too busy. He will not be able to teach me. Oh, his friend runs a digital marketing academy in Lagos. I can go and attend for 200K. I said, I'm broke. I can't even, I can't even, I can't afford 200K. So, and I said, okay, I'm a smart person. So I went on YouTube. What is digital marketing? Because I don't even know what digital marketing really means. I know the meaning of digital, I know the meaning of marketing. But when they marry those two words together, I'm not sure what they meant. And I don't want to assume I know what they meant. So I went online. I watched about 2, 3 videos. 5 hours every night learning, watching videos. The way I see I had a laptop, thank God, I had the phone, I had the internet. The way I was doing it as I'm learning, I watch on my phone sometimes, I pause it, I try it out. So if they're talking about sales funnel, I try it out. After a while that I've built some kind of expertise because I was just practicing all kinds of things. If I watch a tutorial on how to use a software, I'll do everything they are doing in that tutorial until I get it. I won't stop. So I continue to do it. I cannot be broke and still not have time. I cannot be broke and still be busy. What kind of busy is that? See, I only accept you're busy if you have money. If you don't have money and you are broke and you are busy, you are an idiot. Something is okay. I can insult people here. Something is wrong with your esophagus. In Brother Shaggy's voice. You have to create the time to learn, develop yourself. So that's what I was doing. So I kept on learning. I kept on developing myself. All right. And one day I got a call. It was an old client that I used to make explainer video for. So he wanted me to make another explainer video. But this Hello? Okay. So, okay. So I think this is good. So, all right, fantastic. So I told the man, I will charge you 100K for this video. He say, no, I should please 60K. You used to pay 50K. So we'll pay 60K this time. I say, no, after I've gone to become CEO and I'm back, no, say my price too has gone up. Oh, I will charge 100K. So I will pay 60K. I say, 100 or nothing. Something now said to me, say, Oga, haven't you been learning digital marketing? Why don't you pitch to this man? See, your money is at the other side of who you tell about what you can do. So what do I have to lose? Let me tell him. I say, sir, have you heard about sales funnel? He says, sales funnel. No, what is that? I say, instead of you doing video like you're trying to do now, I can build a sales funnel for you. He said, I don't understand. What does it mean? I say, I catch him. I say, imagine your best presenter, the best video that you have, presenting for you 24/7 without resting, without collecting salary, without doing anything while you are sleeping, is busy presenting. He said, how can that be possible? Tell me more, tell me more. I said, I catch him. So I said, yes, there is this software thing that we can use to build this, build that, build that. By the time I finish, now I kept doing something. When I say maybe one sentence or two sentences, I'll tell the man, boy, it's expensive. Oh, he said, tell me more. I will talk and talk and talk. I said, boy, it's expensive. Oh. So eventually say, stop this expensive thing. How much? I said, sir, because it's you, I will collect only 1 million from you. I said, you want to kill me? Please, let me pay 500. In my mind, was that be something I can do for free? You see what I just did? From wanting to pay me 60K and refusing to pay 100K, he's now begging me with 500K on the same call. I'm not done. Oh. I now said, the only way that I'll be able to do 500K for you is if you can get 10 people from your company to do the same system, the same funnel. I will just create the same thing for all the 10 of them. I am going to charge them 400K each and charge you 500K. The man said, 10 people, no problem. You get it. Shebi, I'll pay 500. I said, yes, the original one will be 500. For each of them, they will pay 400 each. The man said, on one condition, you have to come and tell them yourself. We are having a retreat at so city. You have to fly there. I said, okay, no problem. I'll find my way. After I ended the call, I didn't have money for flights. I started to look for who would borrow me money. Then one of my friends that I spoke to, and I told that person that I am doing sales funnel now. The person behind my back went to tell a friend that, oh, I have a guy that can do sales funnel. And the friend called me that same afternoon and said, my friend told me that you can do sales funnel. I want to do sales funnel. I said, yes, please. Say, how much will you charge me? I said, 500. Say, please, let me pay 400. I said, the only way you pay 400 is if you pay advance right now. I'm looking for flight money. And the person said, yes, no problem. I will transfer 200K to you now. Please let me pay 400. I first put the phone on mute. How many of you have done it before? I put it on mute. I ran into the room, ran around the house. After I said, okay, okay. Because it's you. Because it's you. I will give you the whatever. Flight then was 27,000 naira. Nigeria don't spoil now, but back then 20 27,000. I booked the flight. I went to make the presentation 4 days later. And by the time I finished the presentation, 1 hour later, they transfer, ladies and gentlemen, 4.7 million naira. 4.7 million naira. See, I will only have to do one funnel. I'm just cloning the rest. 4.7. There is one person between you and your next 10 million projects. If you don't open your mouth, they will never know. So you have the skills. Stellar Academy has done phenomenal work at giving that to you. You got to talk. Well, I pity you if you're not good at what you do, Shao, which means you have to practice. No, I mean, I practice 5 hours every day. It's not rocket science. You get good the more you do the thing. All right. So you improve the more you do it. If you're a video editor and you don't edit video every day, you are a fool. If you're a UI designer and you don't design interface every day, you are an idiot. Whatever skill you have, find a way to keep doing it. It's called practice. It makes improvement, not perfect, but practice makes improvement. So when you are good at your craft, that's good. We thank God for your life. Now, let's go do the next thing. People must know what you are good at. One person can give you that, life-changing contract. So the moment I got that 4.7, do you know the interesting thing that now happened? I don't know how the universe did it, but people now started to call me for the same stuff. That my friend that was not that did not pay my boy 1.5 million. He paid me 1 million for similar funnel. 1 million. The same guy. The same guy. Later on, I gathered a group of people. I created the course. I gathered them together. So I did funnel for each of them. I started charging 500K for funnel. I was not broke again. I was not broke again. So, if you have not learned anything, please note that the day you start to open your mouth and people get to know about what you can do, that is the day you will no longer be broke, even if you are 14 years old. People only care about your age when you are playing based on age. But when you are playing based on results, everything changed. The guy that's in charge of my content editing, video editing right now is 17 years old. The last payment was 3 million naira, 17 years old. He's not in Lagos, so he's in Anambra. Anambra, 3 million, 17 years old. And some of you might even be better than him in the skill of video editing. The last time I was talking to me, I heard him say, my PA, I say, 17 years old, they get PA. Why won't he get PA? He's collecting millions already now. How did he get me? He edited my video. I no send now work. I get video for YouTube everywhere. He went pick edit and sent to me like 5. Says, sir, do you like this? I said, wow, nice job. Can you do more for me? He went, he didn't put money forth. Then I now asked him by joke, how much do you want to charge? He told me $1,000 per month. I said, only. I have only 100K. Say you collect. He said, yes. He started collecting 100K. From 100K, he took it to 300. From 300 to 500. Now 3 million. Have you learned something? Okay, so I am done. No, thank you very much for having me. I hope I've been able to challenge you a little bit. All right, so open your mouth. That is where your money is. As much as you keep what you can do to yourself, you would always struggle. And you open your mouth, you will be able to get so many things. All right, and please, your success, the money, the growth, everything is at the other side of failure. So fall in love with failure. Be willing to fail, because in your willingness to fail, you will try new things. When you try new things, you'll be able to grow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Stella Academy, for having me. Woman leader, thank you so much. My name remains Harvard, and good evening, everybody. If you have questions, I don't know if there's time for questions. I can take 1 or 2 questions. I'll be glad to just quickly do that for you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having us. Take just 3 questions. If you have questions, please raise your hand.